Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into the real, unfiltered world of new parenthood.
Right. Forget the glossy images.
Exactly. We're talking about the often unspoken stuff, juggling a baby, work, life, all of it.
And our source for this is really interesting.
It is. It's called MomDad Mode On, a video series from a mom and dad who, well, they just decided to get real about it.
Mm-hmm.
Their intros alone tell you a lot. The mom says she's a full-time mom and part-time everything else.
Yeah, relatable.
And the dad, he admits he works and sometimes even cleans the baby's potty.
Love the honesty there. It sets the tone, doesn't it?
Totally. It's just refreshing. And it makes what they share feel, well, really impactful if you're going through this huge life change.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is how they tackle that disconnect.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The gap between what you expect parenthood to be and the actual reality.
Yes. That specific feeling, they really articulate it, how all the preparation, the books, the videos.
Right, everything you do beforehand.
It only prepares you for some kind of like fantasy version, not the gritty day-to-day stuff.
Exactly. That's a crucial distinction they make.
And the mom in the series, her story is just so relatable. She really thought she was ready.
Like properly prepared, read everything.
Totally. Devoured the books, watched the videos, felt, ready for motherhood, but then, bam, reality hits.
Yeah, it's a completely different thing.
Completely. She talks about the endless late-night feedings, the kitchen just being a constant disaster zone.
Uh-huh. The chaos.
And crying baby, that relentless sound, sleep, personal time.
Gone.
Basically gone. She calls him a dream, just vanished. Your old self, your routine, poof.
And that connects straight to their main point, doesn't it? That idea that there's no manual for this job.
Right. No instruction booklet.
You can read all you want, but living it, it's just different, inherently so. And they show that so well.
Yeah, they don't just say it, they illustrate it. Through their own, sometimes funny, sometimes tearful daily life, it shows how textbook advice often just doesn't fit.
It doesn't. And then you get the dad's view, which is just as important.
Oh, definitely.
He's upfront about being confused,
Yeah.
wanting to help,
Mm.
desperately wanting to pitch in.
But just having no clue where to start.
Exactly. That shared feeling of being, well, bewildered.
Yeah.
So many parents feel it, but they don't often say it so plainly.
That shared bewilderment, yeah.
Yeah.
It leads right into what they say is the kind of the biggest challenge.
The core issue.
Achieving balance, that tightrope walk, right?
Yeah.
Between a career that matters to you.
And as they put it, caring for a tiny life.
It's this massive shift. It just changes everything, your priorities, the demands on your time, everything.
Okay, so let's talk about why they started Mom Dad Mode On in the first place.
Yeah, the origin story. It came from this powerful realization they had.
Which what?
Basically, if everyone struggles with this parenting thing, then everyone should be talking about it openly. No shame, no filter.
Right. Normalize the struggle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they built this platform, not to be experts with all the answers.
But just fellow travelers sharing the journey.
Precisely. And they cover, well, everything. Practical stuff like baby care tips, clever time management hacks.
Things you actually need.
Yeah. And real conversations about the daily grind. They share daily routines for working parents, which is huge. And crucially, they talk about self-care.
Which often feels impossible for new parents.
Totally. But here's the interesting bit. They don't just say, take care of yourself. They talk about things like fractional victories.
Fractional victories. Tell me more.
It's like acknowledging that you might not get hours for self-care, but maybe you get 2 minutes of quiet.
Ah, okay. Small wins.
Exactly. Or you finally finish one specific baby-related task. It shifts the focus from feeling like you're failing all the time.
To celebrating these small, achievable wins each day. I like that.
It changes the mindset,
Yeah, it really does. And it really reinforces that community aspect, doesn't it? The importance of shared experience.
Definitely. They live that philosophy. Not perfect parents, just real ones. You feel it in their videos.
They're not putting on a show.
Not at all. Just sharing their messy, real journey and inviting you, the listener, to join that conversation.
Which is so needed.
And the topics they have coming up sound really practical, really grounded.
Like what?
Okay, so things like easy ways to make a newborn schedule. But it's not about strict timing. It's more like a flexible anchor point method.
Anchor points.
Yeah, focusing on maybe just 3 predictable moments a day. They say it massively reduces stress for parents.
That sounds useful. Less rigid.
Right. Or managing feeding during work calls.
Sure.
Super specific.
Very specific, yeah. How do they tackle that?
They show you how they set up like a quick pump station nearby or how they coordinate with their partner for a quick handoff.
Ah, logistics.
Yeah, so they can jump back into a video call without, missing too much real world stuff.
That's the kind of detail people need.
And they're also getting into mental health after becoming a parent, a huge topic.
Oh, absolutely critical. Needs more open discussion.
Definitely. And even like tested product reviews,
Hmm.
top 5 must-have baby items. Again, just tangible help, delivered with some humor too.
It sounds like it really lives up to their promise of real-life support without filter.
I think so. They don't just talk about the hard parts, they show how they're getting through them, imperfectly, day by day.
And that vulnerability is powerful. It makes others feel less alone.
Exactly. It comes back to that sentiment they echo. Parenting is not perfect, but we are all together.
That's a lovely way to put it.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just a great reminder that, yeah, the challenges are huge, overwhelming sometimes.
But you're not isolated in them. Others are going through it too.
Right. And maybe the final thought for you, listening, is just that. Remember the power of finding your people, your community. It's not just nice to have.
It's essential. It turns that feeling of isolation into shared strength.
And helps you find those unexpected moments of joy amidst the chaos. It's about navigating the imperfect journey together.